Welcome to Advik Education YouTube channel. Today's topic is sorting material into groups. When we look around, we find ourselves surrounded by a number of objects. हम हमारे चारों तरफ बहुत तरह की चीज़ें देखते हैं. All objects around us are made of one or more materials. These materials may be glass, metal, plastics, wood, cotton, paper, mud or soil. We grouped objects in many different ways. We then found that objects around us are made of different materials. At time, an object is made of a single material. An object could be also be made of many materials, and then again one material could be used for making many different objects. It seems that we need to know more about different materials. So, what is the need of classification? Why we classified material? So, classification makes everything easier and orderly for better understanding. ढंग से समझने के लिए, आसानी से समझने के लिए classification बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. So, the question is, what is classification? So, the process of sorting and grouping things according to some basis is called classification. Classification होता है कि चीज़ों को अलग अलग उनके कुछ लक्षणों, कुछ गुणों के आधार पर, कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज़ के आधार पर उनको अलग अलग ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड कर दिया जाता है. So, how are material classified? Materials are classified based on similarities in the properties such as appearance, hardness, transparency, solubility, or density. Now, properties of materials. It is based on the different properties. Materials can be differentiated into their respective groups. Listed below are the properties of material. At first, the material can be sorted into their groups based on three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gases. The second criteria used to sort the material are based on their appearance. वो कैसे दिखते हैं? The appearance of materials varies in color, texture, hard, soft, or luster. The third criteria used to sort the material are based on the solubility. The solubility depends on soluble and insoluble of materials in water. For example, salt and sugar are soluble in water. Chalk and sand are insoluble in water. So this is the third criteria. The fourth criteria used to sort the material is based on the metal and non-metals. Iron, copper, gold are example of metals, and coal, chalk, rubber are example of non-metal. The fifth criteria used to sort the metals is based on the light transmission through objects, which includes opaque, translucent, and transparent. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get immediate notification. Thank you. So now the properties of material. The first one is appearance. Materials can be classified on the basis of how they looks or appear to be. Some materials have luster, which is very gentle sheen or soft glow to them, while others are plain and dull looking. Materials that have such luster or shine can usually be classified as metals. Examples includes gold, copper, aluminium, iron, etc. Usually a metal loses its luster or shine after some time due to the action of moisture and air on it. Therefore, only freshly cut metals appear to have luster on them. Second one is hardness. Metals can also be classified on the basis of hardness. Materials that can be easily compressed or stretched are called soft materials, or materials that cannot be stretched and are difficult to compress are termed as hard. Soluble or insoluble. Materials that can be dissolved in water upon stirring are said to be soluble materials. For example, sugar and salt can be dissolved in water. Material that cannot be dissolved in water, no matter how much we stir them, are said to be insoluble materials. For example, stones and clothes cannot be dissolved in water. Not just solid materials, even liquids have the property of being soluble or insoluble. For example, lemon juice can easily dissolve in water, while oil does not dissolve and deposits as a thin layer on the uppermost layer of water. Now, the fourth one, that is, objects may float or sink in water. There are some insoluble objects or materials which sink to the bottom of the surface when dissolved in water, while some other floats on the surface of the water. कुछ materials ऐसे हैं जो पानी में डूब जाते हैं और कुछ material ऐसे हैं जो पानी में ऊपर तैरते रहते हैं. For example, leaves float in water while rocks and coins sink in the water. Transparency. Objects or materials which can be seen through are said to be transparent objects. For example, glass, clear water, and some plastic can be seen through and are hence transparent material. Objects and metals through which things can be seen but only partially are called translucent object. Butter paper and frosted glass are some examples of translucent object. Objects which cannot be seen through are known as opaque objects. For example, metals, wood, and cardboard are some examples of opaque materials as you cannot see through them. Thus, we can group objects on the basis of their appearance. Why do we need to group objects? We need to group objects for a number of reasons. Convenience to store. We often group objects in order to store similar objects together in order to make locating them easier in the future. Even in our homes, we store spices together in the kitchen while storing washing products in our bathrooms. Convenience to study. We also group objects so that it becomes easy for us to study their features as well as the patterns of these features. Thus, we can group objects on the basis of their appearance, whether they are hard or soft, whether or not they can be compressed, if they dissolve in water or not, and if they don't do, they float or sink, and lastly, if they can be seen through clearly, partially, or at all. In this way, the material can be grouped on the basis of their similarities and differences. Thank you once again. Stay connected.